Federal judge temporarily blocked President Donald Trump's freeze on federal grants and loans. The White House planned to freeze trillions of dollars, but that judge blocked the action this afternoon, minutes before it was supposed to take effect. The Trump administration wanted that pause so it could review federal spending. The plan set the stage for a constitutional clash over control of taxpayer money. Now, that confusion over the potential federal freeze sent essential service providers and nonprofits scrambling this week. Fox 4's Malik Jackson's live at the federal building downtown with reaction to that judge's decision to intervene. Malik?
Yeah, Kevin, that scramble came today as this decision by this federal judge came down to the wire. Tonight at this hour, many of these nonprofits still uncertain about the future of their funding.
We were incredibly stunned by this news. There are so many programs that could be impacted by this federal freeze.
Here at Harvesters, the news they received late last night was more than unsettling. It was almost unbelievable. After evaluating all of their programs, 13% of their total distribution from last year would be affected by this order if a judge had not stepped in.
That's 8 million pounds of food that are going directly into the hands of neighbors and
right here in Kansas City.
People right here in Kansas City. So it is a substantial amount of impact that could be had if we see a stop to these programs.
The announcement itself unclear to say the least, and it created mass confusion as no list of the entities that would or would not be affected was initially released. No one knew if Social Security or Medicaid or SNAP benefits would be affected, something the White House didn't clarify until later in the day, even though the Medicaid portals all across the country were shut down.
We welcome independent journalists.
The White House press secretary saying they were only targeting money spent on programs that do not align with this administration's objectives, particularly around sending money to things that support undocumented immigrants, DEI or diversity, equity, and inclusion programs, and climate initiatives.
There are really important opportunities to evaluate programs that don't require an immediate stop.
Now, political leaders on both sides of the aisle weighing in, but of course this will come down to the decision of the courts. The real question here, is this even legal to begin with? Because the Trump administration is going after funds that have already been allocated by Congress and signed into law. So we will see, but again, it will come down to what a judge has to say, and that will happen on Monday.